declaration. I'm like pulling everything from you here. I'm loving this. So as I said, 25, 30 years in direct sales, I've had the most amazing experiences, but I knew to build friendships and connections. I knew it. But why my career was so difficult was because I wasn't in industries that nurtured relationship. It was, you're supposed to be a closer or you're supposed to be a converter. And I had to leave, lots of different wonderful high profile jobs because it was so out of integrity. So it's taken me all the way to now, these last like 5-10 years really, where I get to go, no, it's actually about, I've said it yesterday and the day before, like, the thing with me is care before conversion. So like nobody ever wants to like hire that. It just turns out that it actually works with our clients. I'm like, it's care, it's listening. Of course, you can't just be chatting all the time, but like deep, authentic care. So my question is, we were asked for the first time in our previous interview, why have you called it Women Who Lead and Sell? Like she was so curious, and we were like, okay, well, we'll tell you. And she was like, yeah, but it's about serving and it's about service, not selling. And I said, for me, a woman who stands up for something and advocates for something, a new opportunity or something in her family or community or in the business, she's activating an idea there. She's making an improvement. The thing is, though, lots and lots of women don't ever get the opportunity. Once they've created the idea or the innovation, they don't get a chance to monetize it or commercialize it. And so I wanted at this stage of my career, with my message, to go out with something that said it's fine to be standing in. I've created something that makes a difference and it's a commercial value. And here's what I would like to receive for it. So I would just love, like I've shared that with you as if we were, meeting in a coffee shop. Like what have you got to say to women who are making, like, they're entrepreneurs. So they're not gone out in business. They're constantly innovating internally. And those ideas get embedded then in the organization. But maybe then they haven't had the recognition or they haven't understood the commercial value. Like, what would you say to them?
I think that's really important. And it's also a wider question as well about women's self-worth and charging for what that self-worth is, both either as an employee and going, I've come up with this idea within the business that is having a positive commercial aspect. Therefore, I would like a rise, please, to show that that's down to me. Or as individuals who maybe have got a side hustle going on and they're like, oh, people ask me if they can pick my brains and or if they can have a friends and family discount. If you're selling something, the last people who should be asking for a discount are your friends and family. They should be paying double the amount to support you and get you on your feet. Or even as someone who's setting up a new business, you need to be able to ask what you're worth. And it is so difficult. It's difficult for anyone, but from my view, it's particularly difficult for women because going back to that, you put on the stage to perform as a little girl, as a young age, we are socially conditioned to help, to do that, to do this. There's been a few good pieces of sort of advertising where you'll have the little girl help the mom lay the table for dinner and her brother's still playing on the PlayStation. And all these sort of things where it's socially conditioned that we should do it, give our expertise to help, to serve, rather than this is what we're worth. We have spent years being able to do this well. If you were to go somewhere else and purchase these skills, how much would it cost you? Now, that doesn't mean that you should never do nothing for free. You might have a community you're passionate about using your skills to work with that hasn't got the money to do it, that doesn't generate revenue. But those are skills then that you can hone and then use as transferable within your role. But it's really difficult to have that conversation. And it's not a hit somebody with the stick conversation. It's, I've made this difference. I would like to be rewarded for it. And then if you're not, you can decide if you're going to stay with the status quo. You might be really happy there, learn from your lesson and go, well, I'm not going to give anything that's outside of my specific job role away for free in future, but I'm not going anywhere because it suits me.
Yeah.
Or you might redo your CV, put that information in as a real life case study on what your skills have brought, and look elsewhere. It's going to be down to the individual. But the bigger question for me is women undervaluing themselves of a lot of society's impacts and assumptions. And it goes with invisible labour. You know, if there are 5 people in an office and 3 are men and 2 are women, you can guarantee the person running out to get the milk or get the birthday card to sign is one of the women in the office.